Hello. How are you guys doing? So much burn. Hey. Do I sound low today? Maybe my mic is too far. Let me know if I sound alright. Also trying to not overextend my voice because it's a little bit raspy today. So yes, today was one of those days where everything I do is late and I start streaming late. I'm a little quiet. Weird. I didn't change anything. But hold on. You know if that's a bit better. I want to like go too far up because then it'll start clipping. Yeah, everything's good. Let me know if the sound is better. A little bit of hot tea there. Perfect. Great. Bit hard with the levels sometimes. I don't know why. It changes from day to day, but you know, streaming, it's a whole thing. So today, I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to maybe do a self-portrait for this one and shoot my own pictures, but evidently I didn't have time for that. I still may try it if I got time tomorrow, like as an alternative. So I think we'll give it a try with just pictures from the internet as usual, and either if you're not too happy with it, or I just got time tomorrow and you know I want to do it, I'll also shoot my own pictures and just edit them, maybe on stream, maybe not, because it's really a simple edit once you got the pictures ready. So it might be just a quick thing, and tomorrow you might see a completely different picture from what we've done today, but you know, that's how it is. So I was mostly just looking for images of people screaming, because you can see here, the idea is to do something for today's prompt, which is self-proclaimed portal. So hey, let's stick around to watch. Oh.
Love your work.
Thank you, Melda. Mel has read, sorry. Also, that new text-to-speech is very wonky. I love it. So, the prompt for today is self-proclaimed portal, which made me think of like someone who has like a portal in their body somehow, and that led me to think to the image of someone opening their mouth and a hand comes out. I don't know, it felt like it could be cool. So I was mostly just looking for pictures here. Let me put on the browser view, there we go. So I was here, and you might remember this one. This one is from this one here, sorry, is the one we used for the super deep borehole edit, the one I made into a little video. Are you thinking with portals? Hey, around it. Oh, you were here already, around it. So it's all about finding a good picture of someone screaming. I mean, we could do a cat as well, but human would be better. Oh, this kid is terrified. Oh, we have a little edit here. One doing Photoshop on Unsplash, that's a weird one, a rare one. Guy showing off his muscles. Oh, look at little bats. So cute. We could have used that one for the baby the other day. Okay, so it might be a thing where we have a ton of pictures, so we have the luxury of choosing. Or not, because I still haven't found one that I really like. Not much more here. Let's jump into pixels, for example. Look for Scream. I want more of a scream of terror than a scream of rage or happiness like this guy. What horror is Val cooking today? So we're looking for pictures of people screaming because I want to make a hand come out of their mouth. So right now we're just trying to find the right picture. I kind of like this one. These two are simple but effective. We don't have like a lot of space for the hand though. The good thing is we got a lot of pictures, so finding something where the lighting matches will be a bit easier. Since we didn't have time to shoot before this. I mean, even if we don't like the face that someone's making, like say this is a good angle, it's fun, but her face is like not there. Since the hand is coming out of the mouth, it can just be like covering the face a little bit. So that could help us with the expression, you know? Someone put the words panic attack in like 3D on top of this image. That's very strange. Decisions. Lots of decisions. A human hand or something animalistic? I feel like human, but we could have fun with it. Oh, this guy's angry. Armadillo? What does that have to do with the word scream? Well, I always appreciate seeing an armadillo, so... What about this sleeping person? Oh, just yawning. Like someone's coming out of the portal in her sleep. The least enthusiastic scream ever. Yeah, there are a lot of non-enthusiastic screams here. Which is what I want to avoid. Look at this little lizard. This lizard has a more convincing scream than a lot of people in this website. Or this guy playing VR. Hey Theo. The yawn. It is. But this one's blurry. But if we're doing this kind of shallow focus vibe, the face being blurry is... and the hand coming out being in focus would be fun. That could work. You really find the strangest images in these websites. Ooh. I really like this one. I was searching for Scream here. Got this one as well. I mean, it'll probably be mostly the same search, since both are going to be used as keywords for both things. Okay, here we're We're finishing, yeah, the search. At least the results were more accurate in this website. There were a lot. Let's see. We got Pixabay, which is usually has a lot of pictures, but tend to be much worse. I'm more and more worried that I won't finish a single Ouroboros piece before the month is over. Don't worry. You do your own rhythm. You don't owe anybody anything. Ignoring schoolwork. Very bad, very bad. I won't stand for that. See, as usual, Pixabay has some very shitty stuff. What is this? Oh god. Well, this cat is fun. What is this, like 2005 meme? Come on. What is that doing here? Okay, of the ones we got, these two are similar, but this one's just out of focus. I kind of like this one. It would be more of an artsy thing, but like having the hand coming out from here, we just expand the picture this way, you know? I want to finish a November piece, but work is keeping me busy during the day. I mean, that's fair. It's not the largest image, but let me download it. But now I think this one is my favorite. You did fake anatomical studies with halkites. Oh, nice. An easy background. I feel like this one could go with a lot of hands as well. Anything that's like from the side. Let's go here and we'll just look for hand. Maybe like reaching. Exactly. There's no reason why you have to do it this month. See, we're finding some of the same pictures that we found in the for the borehole piece. So this one could work. Remove this. Let's give it a try. One of the things is going to be, how do we make the hand like more or less accurate in terms of size, but still having like realistically going out of the mouth, you know? Like just a little preview. Yeah, that could work. Okay, let's give this a little try. Just cut around it. Obviously this is a terrible edge, like there's no edge. Gonna have to be manually done mostly. You're struggling with that game, sorry? What's the game, by the way? Oh, long nails. Didn't notice that. Okay, so this edge is basically, it's so hard to see. I'm just gonna have to do a little guesswork. Following over there. Okay, so not a terrible edge, but we'll have to fix it up. Slice of sea. What kind of game is it? Getting a $200 Christmas bonus? Hell yeah, get that bread. Point and click. Nice. Been a while since I've played anything point and click. Those usually have that problem, right? Where you get stuck because you have to try a very specific combination of like use object on this. I just hate that. You will get a new face this Christmas. How do you acquire a new face? Asking for a friend. Did you play the Outer Wilds DLC yet? Nope, I have it, still haven't gotten around to it. I haven't had a lot of time for gaming this month, with the whole Remember thing. Yeah, next month I should be a little bit freer. Though I do have a lot of commissions coming up, so we'll see how free. They just got another commission, so they're piling up. Oh, I also have a little demo for the theme song for, the little theme song thingy that I ordered from Too Mellow for the little podcast thing I'm doing, House of Horrors. And it's fantastic. I won't show it yet because I don't want to spoil it. But god, it's so good. Got that old 80s horror music, horror theme song vibe. It is very good? Hell yeah. Can't wait to play it then. Oh, Plague Doctor masks. Come on, you had me excited. I thought you were acquiring faces from somewhere. Trying to make this edge as clear as possible since it's our main thing here. But yeah, Photoshop didn't do the best of jobs here. Shame on them. To go behind them and clean up their mess. Okay, that's a bit of a better edge. Now there's a couple things to do. First a layer and second a group. Adobe, do your job. Yeah. Say that louder. The lighting fits decently well, to be honest. It's pharyngeal jaws for the hand. Exactly. This old guy just has a hand in his throat. He's able to extend it to hunt for prey. Pharyngeal phalanges. Someone who works with an Adobe project is my job. Fuck Adobe. Is this... Yeah, there was an attempt at masking here by the person who took this image. Which honestly could be better. Now that I get close to it and notice. Shame on them. Monochrome, thank you for the follow. Yes, doing the mouth hand. So I figured, I don't know if this will be our final product, but I'm practicing with the mouth hand, seeing like what we can do with it, and then possibly tomorrow my idea was to take some pictures of myself, which takes time because, you know, gotta set up the lighting, good background and stuff. Take pictures of myself and just like me screaming and a hand coming out and make this into a self-portrait. Build his teeth, we have the technology. Maybe he doesn't have teeth. What if he didn't? Yeah, this guy might need a denture after this. That's probably not very good for the teeth. Replace their teeth, make them extra. 58 minutes of walkthrough and I have no idea. Oh no. Adobe broke one of my files 2 weeks ago and it took the animation director the entire day to fix it. Oh god. What Adobe program do you work with? Also, gotta mention that Adobe, or the Adobe CEO, mentioned he wants to do NFTs on Photoshop directly, which sucks very bad. So, boo. And it's the worst because it's not the kind of thing where it's like, oh, this artist is doing NFT, I'll just unfollow them, right? Like literally the tool you use for work. Or Patreon doing the same thing, right? Like, yeah, Patreon is, the Patreon CEO has done some like, shown some interest. Like there's no concrete plans yet, thankfully, but probably there might be some concrete plans for Patreon doing NFT things. And to be honest, I could move my business elsewhere, but it already took me long enough to build up enough subscribers on Patreon to actually make the switch somewhere else. So kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Weird flex, but I used to be able to fit my entire fist inside my mouth when I was a kid. You see, our values proved how useless it would be. What do you mean? The Photoshop one? I don't think I saw that post. This needs a little bit of Gaussian blur to soften some of that texture. This one's good. Hopefully it's a similar situation with Discord, where the possibility of NFTs and community backlash is strong enough that they walk back from it. And Discord didn't entirely walk back from it though. They postponed it, so they'll probably come back with it in a few months' time when people have let their guards down. Yeah, they did very careful wording to not say they entirely cancelled it. So it feels like they still wanted to come back. So they might just like drop it in silently in a few months, and it'll take people a while to find out. Also, like, considering all the scams that go over on Discord, like even NFT scams have happened through Discord already. Giving people a connection between Discord and their NFT wallets would lead to so many scams, which honestly, I guess not a terrible thing. Like, let crypto bros lose their money. Fine with that. I like people losing their monies, but it's the fuck around, find out attitude. Joining any NFT server automatically signs you up for million scam bots. Oh no. Oh, let me see that. Hold on, let's put that up on the browser tab.
Adobe is planning to do an NFT validation thing in Photoshop. It could not be easier to circumvent this. So you open this dude's NFT. I have Crypto Dave's NFT.
Oh god.
So we just open that. We're
It's so ugly.
Select the whole thing. We're going to copy it, and then we're going to make a new canvas with clipboard selection. And we're just going to paste that in there. And I know you're thinking, hey, but what about this watermark? Oh, you want to know how to get rid of a watermark? Select that, and then you right-click and go down to Fill. Go to Square, and now it's gone. You can fucking put your own watermark there. So like, I'll put my NFT.
Oh god.
Now this is my NFT, and since it's all on its own file, you can just save this out as my NFT.
Yeah,
Now
that's
100%. It's an original file with your new watermark on it. It's so fucking stupid.
it's so stupid.
What are you doing here?
Even if they take whatever file thing they used for NFTs, in case they even made a new file, even if they did that, you could just screenshot it and save it again. Like, there's no getting through that loophole. Stream's buffering. Is it having a hard time today? Good on my end. Quality content. I love seeing people bashing NFTs. God, did you see the System of a Down singer got into NFTs? Like, what a way to destroy your whole message. And then he was like in the replies trying to defend, oh, but this NFT is like environmentally friendly or something like that. Very dubious claims. It was... I just like to think that he got scammed by someone selling him on that, but still sad to see. Guess you won't be seeing Chop Suey at karaoke anymore. Serge. Oh. To be honest, I wouldn't even dare to sing Chop Suey in a karaoke. It's a very hard song. It goes so fast. Hey Josia, what the? Well, it is what you see. It's a hand coming out from a mouth. We're just trying this out. We're doing a little, I guess we could call it a little sketch of it. Because I might wanna, like, this could be posted, right? But I might want to do this as a self-portrait. So after this stream, or more possibly tomorrow, I can set up my camera and do like a whole thing, a whole shoot, and try to shoot 2 pictures of the hand and the mouth and slap them together and do a little self-portrait with this. It would also be quite appropriate because the name of the prompt is self-proclaimed portal. So self-proclaimed and self-portrait kind of They go well together, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Though, yeah, this if we keep this sort of little test thing, I would want to try a different prompt today as well, because we have one to catch up on if we want to get to 30 edits in 30 days, which we just have one to catch up, and then we're still on track. So it's got to be, we can either do the one for tomorrow as well, which is localized mimic town, Prague 2005. For that one, localized mimic town, I wanted to do like a fictitious town that doesn't really exist. It's like if the idea of a town spawned into the world as a kind of like an empty husk, and it has no people in it, just the idea of a crowd. So trying to represent that with an image could be fun. Like, I don't know, a town, and there's people, there's like faceless people just walking back and forth, like, that look like blurs or something. So that'd be a fun one for localized mimic town. We could do it today or tomorrow though. Depends on the pictures we find. And then we got the one we skipped over on the 22nd, which was Forever Walker. I still don't know exactly what to do with Forever Walker, and that's kind of one of the reasons we skipped over it. The other was I just wasn't here that day. But we didn't like start with that one when we came back because I didn't have like anything for it. It's a good prompt, but something that walks forever, like some sort of, I don't know, circle of legs. I was thinking of the flag of the Isle of Man. Two ends. So this was the idea I had for Forever Walker. It's a good flag. It is a good flag. But yeah, it's like there. So a good way to represent that, I feel like. Like it could be a giant circle of legs of some kind, but still needs like something. That idea. What the hell was that flag? That's a flag for the Isle of Man. Little British island. Of course, you get Reddit links from people who didn't flag shit posts and turned it into Italy. We used actual legs. I mean, we could do a vexillology shit post, but with a stick bug. Is there, I'm thinking now, is there some animal with a bunch of legs that can do a circle of sorts? Like, not a pill bug, which is the one I'm thinking about. Kind of like those long pill bugs that have a ton of legs. Ouroboros centipede. There's actually, okay, there is a prompt here in the back called Ouroboros experiment. I feel like that could be fun. Hear the Gmod ragdoll noise. So Ouroboros experiment, we could like, yeah, that's one of the extra prompts. And since if we don't find any ideas for this, we could just go over to the extra ones. And one of my favorite ones from there is Ouroboros experiment. So if you don't know what Ouroboros is, this is it, right? It's a snake eating its tail. Which has like a lot of mythological meaning behind it. An ancient symbol represented in serpent or dragon in its own tail. Coming from the Egyptians and the Greeks. Interpreted as a symbol of the eternal cyclic renewal or a cycle of life, death and rebirth. So yeah. Maybe we could do someone who tried to create an Ouroboros in real life. Or like a... Okay, so the prompt is the Ouroboros experiment. But since we've already done a bunch of experiment-based things... we could turn it into more of a mythological thing. Like, just take the Ouroboros part of it. And take like an actual snake and make it into this huge serpent that's just enveloping the world. So it's like we just see a part of it eating its own tail, or we see it making a circle like a hoop. Jormungandr? I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, that kind of thing. That's a fun one. Let's find snakes. See what kind of snake we can find that can be used for this sort of like eating its own tail thing. So it would ideally be a snake where we can see the whole body and it's not like too bent into itself. What is this one? Ooh, very interesting pattern. So we could potentially just make it round. Ouroboros steak. Oh god. Oh, I saw this one in a meme. Ouroboros steak is a do-it-yourself meal kit for growing your gourmet steaks from one's own cells. Oh my god. This must be like an art installment, right? Yeah. Thank god. Can you imagine if this was real? Eat your cells. Would you eat your own cells from a culture like that? Like it's a very morally great thing. It's the only ethical way of cannibalism. Trying to find good images here. Just want one where this snake is sort of, it's not like too curled up, so we can make a hoop with it. A hoop snake, that's a thing, right? Hey, you're not a snake. Get out of here. Cannibalism with extra steps. You would do it? I'd try it as well. It would probably be very expensive though. Ooh, look at this one. So this is not exactly what I had thought about, but what if it made several turns before like eating its own tail? Hoop snakes are a fearsome critter. Yeah, yep, exactly. Hoop snakes. Legendary creature of the United States. Ha! Look at this one, it's very good. So it's a snake that eats its own tail and just runs around. They're so goofy, I love them. So these are obviously, they're never meant to be real. They are fearsome critters, which is used to be well, it's actually purported sightings, but fearsome critters are like joke tales of animals that were told in logging camps in the United States. They were just like ridiculous creatures made up for fun, like the jackalope and the fur-bearing trouts. And here's Soup Snake again. So yeah, Soup Snake would be like the American version of the Ouroboros, I guess. The world engulfed in a big snake. Oop, that's the wrong picture. Here. I like this one because it's like coiled up already for us. So that would save us a lot of work. But we do have to make it eat its own tail. So there's gonna be a lot of messing with it. Let's get the original one. And let's take a second for it to download. In the meantime, I'll be opening a new document. Boom. Nice. Another one I really like is the oh, that's a very cute one, sorry. It's a Tsuchinoko, or how do you pronounce that? I probably completely murdered the pronunciation, but I think they mentioned it here because I just saw it. Yeah, Tsuchinoko. It's a Japanese folklore thing that's literally just a fat snake, a fat and short snake. And it's very cute. It's one of my favorite cryptids. Look at them. Look at that little thing. And this one's been attempted in Photoshop and like try to make them real many times, like this, which probably is a puppet, I assume, or might be Photoshop. But I love them. So cute. Little baby. That snake. Let me design a pin for you. Ooh, a mock pin. Ooh, that would be so cute. Theo, can you make a mock pin? Like full profits for you. I just want to buy one. Okay, Photoshop, do a little selection for me. Be nice. We're not nice. That's not nice of you, Photoshop, come on. Terrible selection today, Photoshop. Look at you not saving me time. How dare you? Oh yeah, Mock is from Canada. That's why they're so polite. Need to get it out of the garden since my dad's deathly afraid of snakes. And it bit me. Oh no! Nice snake, Sora. Keep it on the side in case we need it. Look at that, missing a scale. Okay, let's see if we can smooth that selection quite a bit. Maybe a feather, some contrast. And that's a bit better. More feathering maybe. A bit better. Also, I guess I should change the name of the stream, since I put it for the hand-mouth thing. We can change the name of the stream too. We go for Hoop Snake for Ouroboros. Hey Kendall. Welcome in. Gouger snake. Oh, those are pretty. We barely have snakes here in my region. And thankfully none of them are venomous. We do have some of those like fake snakes that are not actually snakes, they're actually lizards with very, very tiny legs. So they basically slither around. They're basically like snakes in the making. Something that'll evolve to snake form in a few million years. Fire snails. I think I've seen those. Yes, they're so good. Hold on guys, check out fire snails. Look at them. That's incredible. Look at those colors. They look like a Pokemon. Skinks? I don't know the name, possibly. Hot topic snail. I love that. Okay, so now we have our snake. If we're making this into this mythological thing, I feel like it should be... it should either be here like this and rolling around, or up in the sky somewhere being like very scary. Like the eye of a storm. I kinda like rolling around though. Like a big old wheel. So what I want to do is make a copy of this. Like just a face. Tiger salamanders. Ooh, that sounds cool. Come on, Photoshop. It's my cargo. Oh, true. That is a Pokemon. Deadliest critters of polar bears. It's still scary on its own. Here we have brown bears, which are not as scary as polar bears, but they are still like, you don't want to meet one. They've been in very, very, very low populations, but through conservation efforts over the past half century, they've been bouncing back. Now they're back in enough numbers that they sometimes like just stroll into towns or into villages and people don't know what to do. That and wolves. Wolves have been coming back in a big way in my region, which it's a bit dangerous because it's a region that depends a lot on husbandry, on cows especially. And yeah, they've been decimating the local populations. What do I call it? Black bears where I grew up. Ooh, those are very cute. Moose. They're great. Most natural predators include killer whales, and I love that. Is that true? I mean, that must be like 2 or 3 cases where a killer whale has popped out of the water and grabbed a moose. Or is it a common enough thing? Oh, that's a good one, sorry. Moose can swim and dive. Yeah, I guess if they share territory with the killer whales, they would encounter each other. Chances I love, but I love to see to keep this picture because like, that's a very unique angle. Oh, the problem is that it's very small. This will send to little islands for grazing. I love that. I never imagined a moose swimming around. It does make sense though. Okay, I guess... yeah, we need to make sense of this somehow. Like, okay, we either have to remove all this inner loop of the body and just give the outer loop. Or we need to somehow make sense of the fact that it would be eating this part of the body and there's still more body behind it. But maybe we'll leave it as a sort of optical illusion thing, you know? Maybe we'll leave it not making sense. Let's see, editing this a little bit. Stick fucker. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh, I need to press OK on this. Look at it go. Is the water that low? Or is it just magical? I'll just assume it's magical. How big are those animals? They're very big. I saw one IRL in Sweden from very far away, granted, but it was very scary. Like, you always imagine them smaller, but nope. They are very large. It's huge, guys. Meese. Straight up didn't get the memo that Ice Age megafauna should be extinct. Hey! Dude, come here to the party! Hey everyone! We are making I guess an Ouroboros, or hoop snake. I forgot to change the name of the stream, but yeah, that's what we're making. Now the name of the stream doesn't make sense. What Kev, thank you for the follow. How was your stream, dude? Hey Yalu. So yeah, we do horror Photoshop on here. And now we're just trying to make this snake eating its own tail and rolling around. Hola, Uruguay. Come in. Yeah, I'm technically a doctor. Like, I graduated medicine a short time ago. Never practiced it though, so just technically a doctor. I'm gonna fix these two pictures together, by the way, just to remove the original face, so we can actually make it like bite its own body in a way. Doctor of the Arts. It's weird that I studied medicine for 6 years plus, now I'm trying to make my living from art. I guess it's weird. But chase your dreams and all that. I'm gonna cover this area in scales here. Thank you, Theo. We'll see how it turns out. For now I'm hopeful because like commissions are rolling in and Patreon is doing quite nice. So yeah, let's hope it keeps on. Well, I guess I could take some of this and put it here to recreate that angle. Be a nice idea. You want me to change the title? Oh, no worries. I have the stream thing right here. Take a second to change it. Just need a good title idea. I'm terrible at titles. My title game is weak. Oh, and thanks for the save reminder, because I haven't even saved this. So this is gonna be Ouroboros. I don't know if that's the right spelling, but we'll go with it. Oh, you changed it. Oh, thank you. What did you change it to? Nice, perfect. Thank you, Zora. Not useful. I don't know. I didn't know mods could do that. Okay, I've been streaming for what, 2.5 years now, and I barely understand Twitch. So here I am, just doing my thing. Make this larger, actually. To be honest, I'm kind of like a Twitch outsider. I feel like one in many things. Because most people just watch Twitch for games. Art is like often ignored, so especially by Twitch itself. I'd be able to finally get a commission of my crabs with a Christmas bonus. Oh, that would be fun. Oki, hello. How was the stream, Oki? Hi everybody. 2 raids so quickly. Hey y'all. We are making an Ouroboros, which is this sort of mythical snake that eats its own tail. We started from this image here. Well, there we go. It started from this image here, and we're trying to turn it into this like giant rolling snake that's eating its own body. So yeah, welcome everybody. Get those meat clowns in chat. And those teeth. Okay, did you know I have a teeth emoji as well now? I copied you. It's a sad tooth. So the idea is to complement it, not to compete with it. Okay, nearly died trying to make Hot Topic in AC. Oh, fun! Okay, you got a sub. It's true, you can use it now. Hot Topic in Animal Crossing, that's great. Oh, did you get a capture card? I thought of getting one a couple times to like stream some Switch games. I never got around to. I barely stream games. I will give him milk so he's not sad no more. It was scuffed. I love it. We need a background for this, by the way. Like, I don't know. Where could we put this? I'm feeling like it's huge and it's just hanging over the horizon, just coming at you, coming towards us, and we are all doomed. Background, let me see it, sorry. I feel like it should be huge though. Like it's gotta be a landscape. Yeah, since we're doing this like mythological thing. Yeah, let's see what kind of background could we do. Huge field, mountains. Or even like go old school. Where is this here? Oh, check out the fire snails. They're great. And the Tsuchinoko. Oh, however you say that. Cute little fat snake. Anyway, we're looking for... So, okay, I have this idea in my head for one time last year where I did like a sort of mythological thing. Let me find it for you guys. The prompt was, it was for during Ouroboros as well. The prompt was Israfil's Scream. So I just took this picture of the some cities, I think it was Jerusalem's wall or something like that, and put this huge angel like in the clouds, blowing its horn. Something like that, I feel like maybe an old school picture of a city or something, and it's just barreling towards it. So we can like relate it to some historical event or something. Pronounced Tsuchino, and it's not going to be helpful. I have zero clue about Japanese pronunciation. Oh, let's actually go to Pickerel. Oh, thanks, Theo. Okay, let's look for city and go to anything earlier than 1930, the 1930s, and later than photography. So we'll just get photographs. But we'll get a lot of like, yeah, big American city. Maybe I can look for a specific city. Because I feel like, okay, so the Ouroboros that we're making, if you guys don't know what an Ouroboros is, it's like a dragon or a snake eating its own tail. Comes from Egyptian iconography into the Greeks and into like basically all of Western culture, and it's usually a symbol for like a cyclic time or a cycle of life. So in Spanish culture, oh okay, we have a pescadilla. That's true. A pescadilla is like the Ouroboros but a fish. La pescadilla que se muerde la cola. It's more like an expression though. It's not like a mythological thing. Let's see. Ooh. That is very good, and Valdevia as well. Yeah, like something in the distance here could be fun. Let's try this on. Hey, Valentine. Welcome. Hope your stream went well. So I would put it like back there in the distance, I feel like. All the raids. It's incredible. Welcome in, everybody. It's a raid day. That's fantastic. Your brain is melting. Oh no, hope you're doing well. Ruins in Saudi Arabia, and I saw you send the second one. Ooh, these are fun. Thank you, Sarah. The only other valid Val. There are truly many Vals, and we should stop competing and start working together. So I like that. I like that. Back again. No, play that. That sounds fun. Do we have any more sky? Nope. But we can make it. We can create our own sky if we want to. That powerful. Fourth one. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I like the vibe with the ruins. Vanilli's one is my favorite though. What I want to do is simply create a little gradient. So we get more sky. Simple as that. We can have this huge snake just rolling around the hills. 5-man Val, exactly. Form a single Val. Ooh. Ruins, thank you, Sora. Okay, so I'm putting some black and white, putting a bit of contrast in the sky, maybe. We might do well adding a sky layer. Snake, indeed. A hoop snake, or more specifically, an Ouroboros, which is a snake eating its own tail. Or in this case, something like just eating its own body. It's not gonna make a lot of sense because, yeah, it's a weird one, but. What are we doing? Yes, I need like the lower jaw of a snake to kind of finish the effect of it's eating its own tail or body or whatever it is. Could repeat the upper jaw, do something like that, but let's try to find maybe a picture of a snake eating. Oh, this one's eating a mouse. Ooh, okay, I like this. I'm sorry for the animals that they're eating, but look at this frog eating a snake. That's badass. You go. Something like this. I'm sorry for the poor rat that's being eaten, but this picture might be good. Similar enough to the angle we have too. Let's download it. And we have this one as well. It's eating something. I don't know what it is. A fish, I assume. This has a completely unhinged jaw, which is scary. Then we got this one. Same rat again, and this one might be good for just a lower jaw. Okay, so we got a few pictures. Okay. Let's see. Which one could be used? I feel like just getting the lower jaw of this one might do the trick. That was not very good. I was selecting the wrong layer. That's better. Let's see if that works. Let's flip it. Find a nice place for it. Oh, and thanks for the save reminder. Confident how cartoony this looks. Next to you up. Oh, just poor frog is being bitten in the ass. We'll have to find a way to combine the phase scales, which are much smaller, it seems, with the like main body of it. I don't know if in the snake they actually... Yeah, they do get smaller. I guess it's gonna be like a progressive thing as it gets around this area. I'll figure something out. Let's see, a little bit lower like this. I like the completely unhinged jaw. It's weird, and it's fun. What is it? What is it? Wow, okay. Snake and Toad. Hey, this one will work well, yeah. Download it. Yes, content warning if you don't want to see a snake eating a toad whole and being preserved in how do you call that, formaldehyde. Don't look at what I'm about to put on screen. Yeah, that's actually perfect, Zar. That was a great find. Thank you. Okay, let's fit it to the approximate size of the head. Less than that. It's a great specimen, indeed. Maybe I'll actually keep the head as well. It has those like empty looking eyes. Quite good. I guess it's, yeah, it's not as detailed as the others, so. The scales though, the scales are much closer to the ones we need. So maybe? Perhaps? Yeah, that's pretty great. The scales match so well. Kind of perfect, actually. Imagine getting preserved while being consumed by your predator. That is true. That is embarrassing. For the poor little toad. Like that fossil of two turtles having sex, which is incredibly valuable scientifically, but you think like, whoa, privacy? Give those snakes some privacy, please. Those snakes, those turtles. Or whatever they were. I think they were turtles. I might keep the top of the head because it just fits more snugly to the body. We'll just fit this here. Well then, remove the top parts. Put that head right above it. Then we'll just blend them together. Actually, the lighting is also better in this face. That's probably the best choice. So we'll keep the scales from one, and it's like the main face here from the other. Hey, Moonlit Dawn. Welcome and thank you. The day of the raids and the hosts. That's fantastic. How are you doing? Hope your stream was good. I don't think we've ever gotten so many raids in a day. That's incredible. Welcome everybody, I hope you enjoy our horrible little hoop snake. And thanks for the follow. Oh, recommended channels. See, it's like lately it's been the first time Twitch has ever like recommended my stream, because I've been streaming every day and I guess they like that. Which of course likes people who stream a lot, I imagine. So after like 2.5 years of streaming, they're recommending my channel for the first time ever, which is strange. I won't complain though. Consistency, baby, exactly. They like consistency, it seems like. But yeah, in related news, after this very crazy month of streaming every day, I'll be taking a few days of break, because I will need them. But after that, I'll be starting with a more regular schedule. So, hope you guys are happy about that. Because before this month, I was streaming just once a week, because it's all I had time for. But now that I can focus on arts more, I am able to just dedicate more time to streaming, which is great. It is a snake. Yeah, so it's probably just a snake. Like that kid who shoved a ton of candies in their mouth. And the background picture we have here is a picture of an abandoned house on a field somewhere in Spain, in Valdevia. So of course, those fields have olives in them, or olive trees in them. Because if you go to Valdevia, it's all you'll see. This background here is all you'll see, not the snake. The snake. Thankfully, you won't see that one in real life. We have very strong lighting, so that will create a stark shadow as well. And it's pretty much like midday sun, so it's coming towards us a little bit, but no, towards the subject a little, but pretty much from above. So I bet we'd get a shadow like this. That might not even have a hole in it. That's my guess, though. Oh, the bots. It's been a while since we got bots. Thank you for taking care of that, Sora. Okay, let's see. Shadows. Let's put everything in the same place. So this, no, actually. Here we go, that's a whole snake. And I want to add some shadows on top of it. Just like a bit of trial and error, experimenting with how they look. It's 39. Probably some shadow here. Creating like stark, strong shadows can be quite a mess, because you have to be like very precise with where they land. You can't just get away with doing a soft shadow and calling it a day. You have to actually put in the effort. Taylor King. Okay, you have a good night. Yalu. Thanks for coming in. Trying to find where every shadow would be. Trying to sort of carve them out. Above hognose snakes, because they can puff their chicks to make the head shape of a venomous snake. Oh, that's cute. Puffing your chicks as a defense mechanism will never not be cute. Okay, so I think this would be our main shadows. We want to make some areas darker though. Also, it's raining a bit again today. Let me know if you guys can hear the rain, because it's like right above here. So I never know if the mic can pick it up or not. I wonder what that noise was. Okay, so it does pick it up a little. I'll have to increase my filters a bit. See if that gets covered up. See, maybe more noise suppression. I think the gate is working correctly. Occasional ticky-tappy noise, okay. I just increased my noise. Since I can't hear it, I'll just have to blindly increase it a little bit and hope it works a little. Let me know if you guys can still hear it, I'll increase it a bit more. Valdevia ASMR. When my voice is a bit better. I don't think I caught a cold or anything. I think the other day, for my birthday, I went with my friends to a place with very loud music. And I just strained my voice a bit, so... I think that might be it. Still feeling the side effects from that, I assume. Not a huge deal. But yeah, I don't even know how one would do ASMR, because I can't feel it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I just don't understand it, but I could never feel like that, the sensation that people describe, so I don't really know what. It's like soft voices and stuff, but no idea how to reproduce that. Got a head cold without fail when hanging out with other people, and joke I'm allergic. So what's the prompt tonight? We're working on an extra prompt called the Ouroboros experiment. We're not really going too directly with the prompts. We're just doing an Ouroboros creature in the distance because I thought that would be funny. And we've done too many. I feel like we've done too many like failed experiment bits during this month. So we're going with something a bit more mythological. And then we worked on this, which is more like a little sketch or something I want to do as a self-portrait. So taking it literally, exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to do like a cool mythological creature. So yeah, I want to do this, but as a self-portrait, like set up the pictures myself and have my own hand like coming out from my mouth. I thought that could be fun, but yeah, I need to like set up a whole shoot for that. So I figured I'd just do a little demonstration sketch, and hopefully I can do that tomorrow. Yeah, big mythological monsters are fun. There's this one I did a few months ago that you guys may not know about if you haven't been following for long. But I like to do like local mythology stuff because there's not a lot of art for a lot of like local myths and legends. So I like to do those from time to time. I haven't had time to do them in a while, but it's something I definitely want to do more of. And let me find them. The one I did is La Huestia, which is a local story about this like possession of the dead that most people cannot see, and they just go around town at night when someone is going to die, and a few nights before then they do a procession around their house until the last night, I think it's like the third night, they come in and they take their soul. So I did that one. Just a pretty typical ghosts, but I wanted to represent them because I don't know, I like that kind of stuff. And then I did Kanda Urko, or the dog of Urko, which is a legend from my neighboring region called Galicia. It's like the northwestern corner of Spain. And it's a huge dog, like basically a huge hell dog that comes from the sea, dragging chains behind it. And it's one of the things like most people cannot see, but it's an omen of death. If you hear chains rattling at night outside your window, it means like the dog has come out and is looking for someone to drag down to hell. So that's Kanda Urko. And I made them with the same style, like very sepia tone. I will like keep a consistent style between my mythological stuff. So right now we're trying out an Ouroboros, which is more of a Greek thing, but why not? Good Bollywood pet. Thank you, Zeddy. I like to tackle myth stuff from time to time. Then enough for the night. Okay, Theo, thanks for coming in and chatting. Great to have you as always. And you have a good night. Okay, so we've done some shadows. Now let's do some lights. That was a bit easier because it's just adding highlights. No, didn't. Sometimes it gets stuck like this. I need to click outside. Annoying. Anyway. A black dog just saw the size of a horse. Well, was it dragging out chains from deep down in the water? Because if it was, I think you might die soon, because that's an omen of death. Kidding, of course. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. Well, timing, someone in a server I'm in posted about Ouroboros steak, which is certainly something. It's an art project, it's not a real thing. I've seen it out of context. Not meant to be a real thing. I don't think you can do that with current technology, even if you tried. Like, people falling for the Ouroboros steak remind me of when folks fall for my edits. They got everyone with that one. Whoa, that's a big change, suddenly. Some levels here. Let me actually put that into the group. Oh. Hmm? Okay, there we go. It has to be real, I need it. Oh god, that's a paragraph. Wow. Finally almost done coloring the homunculus museum piece. Nice! Can't wait to see it. It was looking great when you showed the sketch for it, or the work in progress thing. Try to match the contrasts here. I kind of want to go for a very crunchy, old school vibe. Like high contrasts. That kind of style. For some reason I like that with mythological stuff. It's fun. Should we add some sky layer to the back? It feels a bit boring. Maybe some kind of like overcast sky. Let's just find it on the browser. Let's search here. Did we save this one? No, we have. Oh. Not snake overcast. Just overcast. Yeah, I want like a cloudy, high contrast vibe. Like this. Not that in Valdevia, the place we're putting this in, it's very cloudy, but the Ouroboros steak was real. I'd try it. I mean, same probably. Okay, so I'm putting this above that. Let's see. Let's go with blues here. And just remove it from here. Pickle cannibalism is eating your burgers. Oh no. Hey Dandy, welcome in. Send me your unwanted limbs. That is ominous. Okay, how are we feeling about this kind of image? I need to fix up this edge, by the way. Snake okay? Just rolling around. Having a good old time. There we go. That's a better edge. Let me check if there's any other wonky edges around. I may wanna, yeah, just remove this part here. It's distracting me more than anything else. So we'll just cut it like around here. That's better. I put the current progress stage of the Homunculus Museum in the Discord. Ooh. Let me check. Oh, that is dope. In the Discord, yo, if you want to see it and you're not there already. It's great Discord if you enjoy horror art and or are a horror artist yourself. Okay, see you, Moonlit. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Probably share something in the morning. Hell yeah. Glad to hear that. The more the merrier. It's great. The Discord server has been growing like crazy as well. I think we're nearly past 800 people in there, which is quite incredible. What channel is the art in? It's in the Eerie discussion. Oh yeah, yeah. Rim just replied. Faster than me. Would be crushing the trees, I assume so, but there's so much in the shadow that we can just gloss over that. I'm thinking about joining, but I'm kind of shy. I mean, you don't have to say anything, just give it a look and lurk a bit if you want. It's completely fine. And to be honest, everyone there is like incredibly nice. Like the nicest folks in there. Nightbot, thank you. Very, very appropriate. And yes, Hollow Knight music. Don't do a lot of art, let alone horror, so I wish I had cool stuff to share. And don't feel pressured too. Just as long as you enjoy horror art and the community, it's a great little place. Okay, so I want to remove any traces of shadow from the building. Some of them sneaked in. Snuck in, or however you say that. Yeah, you'll see the same people in the, like a lot of the same people who are here on in chat are on the Discord, quite active as well. So you know all these folks. Super shy and actually end up just looking in silence, but it is such a nice, lovely, welcome community. I actually feel like interacting. Oh, that's very sweet, Tan. The first time in years. Glad you feel like that. Also, yeah, drink water, everybody. I do animal portraiture for fundraisers, and the closest to spooky art was portraying someone else's pet mantis. I love that. You can share your non-horror art in there as well, by the way. I have plenty of people sharing their arts unrelated to horror. Also, if you just like writing and are not much of a visual artist, we got a fantastic writing project going on called UCR, and you can read a little bit about it here, and it's run in the same Discord, so it's also a nice reason for getting in. Actually, if you saw the post I did today, I didn't do it on my own account, I did it on the UCR's account. This is the one I did yesterday. And yeah, I just posted it to the UCR Leaks accounts, which is where we post on Twitter all the little UCR things we prepare. So if you want to participate in things like that, the Discord is also a great place for that. Been following Val on Twitter for a few months now. It's hoping to stream more often. Really make me want to open up Photoshop again and start making weird stuff again. Hell yeah! Happy to hear that. Please do, and share your process on the Discord. Like there's quite a few people learning Photoshop in there. You got resources. I'd love to see you try that. I feel like I want to help with UCR things, but I don't know what to do. I mean, first like catch up with all the main things in the Twitter and go to the pinned comment, to the pinned message on the UCR channel in the Discord, and you'll see a Google Drive link there. And on that Google Drive, there's a bunch more stuff that is not on the Twitter yet, and a lot of world building stuff, and you can like start catching up through that. And once you get like a vibe of the world and how it acts, you get an idea, and you can share it with the others and just brainstorm with folks, because folks are great at helping develop ideas, and I'll probably be there as well, helping out, trying to guide, because it's mostly what I do. I haven't done many UCR stories, but I like to just guide the vibe and the direction, so it stays consistent. So yeah, whenever you got an idea, just share it. You can just work on it privately, of course, but there's no one stopping you from doing that. But I think the project is at its best when people are like sharing it from the very beginning, from the idea stage. digging the idea of making a character in charge of autopsies for abnormalities. So there's actually someone that made a character that does autopsies. So if you add them on Discord, their ad is Garfield Phone, and you can ask them about the character, and maybe you can make a little like section in the UCR headquarters where they do all the autopsies. Because they kind of developed the character but didn't really go into the world building of it or how it interacts with the world. So it would actually be fun to have like not like a full division of people doing autopsies, right? But like just a ragtag team of characters taking care of all the dead things that come into the UCR. That would be fun. Yeah, there you go. You got a base for it already, so. Doctors arguing during an autopsy. Oh, that would be great for like a document template, right? Like a transcript from their conversations. It could even be voice acted, because we got some incredibly talented folks doing voice acting as well. You've seen some of the latest posts in the UCR Twitter. There's been some amazing voice talent in there. Oh, I think I did 2 levels. Silly of me. Going very high contrast, but I don't know. Feels right for this image. Gonna have a character die under abnormal circumstances. Hell yeah, that's fun. That's very fun. Fun interaction between characters. Hell yeah. Love that. Ooh, what if we actually leave some of those mountains in? I don't know how much they fit though. No, we'd rather just leave it like this. I mean, this was kind of an improvised idea, but I like this. I like going for the mythological vibe. Though I do want to give this a good old sepia wash. Sepia? How would you say that? More orange vibes, I feel like. Ooh, that actually looks very strange once if you remove the black and white. Of course, we've been working with the black and white layer on the top, so I could also do this with a gradient map. Let's see. You actually get one of these halftone gradient things as a base. That's a bit more natural vibe. Did it just... Hold on. Doctors, the corpse is rising. So what? That happened last week. I love that. Yeah, I would imagine them as a bunch of like cynical folks, just tired of their jobs. 75, this should be 75, okay. You work on a kids cartoon during the day. Ooh, which one? Is that something you can reveal? Is there NDAs? I mean, I feel like there's a lot intersection between chibi people and horror. It's weird. I'm actually a teacher. Taxidermy is more like my hobby. I kind of hyper-focus on it. I think you mentioned this before, but what did you teach? Also making this super grainy because it's supposed to be very old. Like big old grain. Horror is a way of looking at the world. It's very thoughtful and reflective. Reveals a lot about human nature. That's true. Horror fans tend to be the nicest people out there. That's true. Completely agree. English teacher. Nice. Hey then, please correct me every time I make a grammar mistake. Not every time, but if you do notice one on my Twitter, since I do make them, please let me know. So, I mean, Twitter doesn't let you edit things, but at least I can edit it on my website or wherever. Because the other day someone pointed out I mistook the word gleam with an M and glean with an N, and it's an error my brain keeps making. And of course it was like on a full post, on like the first tweet of the post, and I was like, oh god damn it. Felt very silly. Cartoon's been announced on social media already, so I'm not violating NDAs if I say his name. It's called Feel It Out, French cartoon. Oh, Feel It Out. French cartoon for small kids based on children's book series. Cute. Well, that's a bit very grainy, but I'm trying to, since this is, I guess, part of the unofficial mythology series, and they're the old ones, the other ones I've done have been both very sepia, very grainy, very old looking, like really weathered pictures. I feel like, yeah, we could do something similar. And then we can add some overlays to make it even older looking. About that. Jump into the browser. Let's go to Texture Labs, which has some great ones. I think Grunge has a few good ones. Let's see. Okay, let's go with more of paper grunge than metal one. make mistakes every now and then. You're a native speaker, it's totally fine. I mean, true, but I kind of obsessively check my posts, so I'm not messing anything up. So it's frustrating when I do. I like to use the English is not my native language excuse, but I speak English better than my native language. And for me it's like similar. Both of them. But you know, it's a great excuse. Like, since we can use it, let's use it. I think this might have been moved to some other place, maybe film? Yes, okay, peeled photo edges. What I wanted. Okay, we got a bunch of textures. Jump back in here. Okay, so we're gonna modify this a bit. Gonna make this, put it on the corner. It's fun to really go big with the distress in the images. Okay, so we're taking these two, we're combining them, and we're putting them on screen. Maybe they're too much? I don't know, we'll see. Since I work as a moderator, I get a lot of "are you a bot?" questions. Imagine someone actually having to deal with AIs, trying to pass as humans among other AIs. Make sure none reaches a singularity. Oh god, what a stressful job that must be. Keeping through the backlog of some of the Discord channels, because I haven't really been paying attention. I saw a reference to Garfield Monstrosity. What is that? Also, Chicken Boy, thank you for the follow. We got some nice dust scratches and stuff here. It kind of has a color to it, though. That'll probably imprint on the image. Yep. It's not a bad color, though. Not a bad thing, necessarily. Is this one the same one? No. Just a different collection of dust. Oh, that one's very bright though. I've pre-made answers because people ask me the same things. So those who catch up on sending the same messages ask me if I'm a bot. Oh, it makes sense. I think the distressed edges here might be too much. I keep just a slight bit of them. Okay, let's see. I'm trying out different like vibes, contrasts and stuff. feel like the tiny extra bit I wrote a little bit ago. What do you mean? I may have missed some messages. Oh, we just throw a bunch of memes in the AI's pool of information to make sure they don't go far, but just check on the twice a week. This is weird when I activate the color, isn't it? Okay, I want to try this, but without the low contrast version. Oh. Let's see. Definitely different vibes. I don't know what I like better. Yeah, the crazy colors is fun, but we're going very old school with this, so I'm keeping it to the sepia black and white vibe. Yeah, exactly, Owl. Probably because the colors are intense and my laser brain goes vibrant 3D. They are fun. Don't know which one I like better. The gradient map kinda equalizes the sky with the snake, and this one actually makes some difference between them, so it's different vibes. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. No, I kinda like the darker version. So I'm sorry, Snake, you're going back to being darker. I feel like we could also, since we haven't really played around with the positioning of the snake, we could also like straight up find a different place for it and have it be partially obscured by the hill. I don't know what that would look like. Bit further away, you know. I don't know. We can give it a try. And put all this into a group so I can create yet another layer mask. Because I'm silly like that. It's a really quick mask to see if it works. See if we like it. Then I think we could just take the whole thing, since we got a lot more sky above it, or at least potentially, since we can move it up. Take the whole thing and move it down. There's something here. Okay, there we go. Do some overlay. darken the sky behind the snake a little bit. Ooh, teach me a word in Spanish. So snake is serpiente. I was trying to find a word that's different from the English one, because some of them are quite obvious. I know English takes the word directly from Latin. Resolution probably isn't high enough for the snake, but it being extremely close and big and partially obscured by the house. Be a thing to try. I feel like that would remove a lot of mystery from this like thing in the horizon though. I also have it like behind this part of the house here. And I kind of like the coming over the hill vibe. Go a little bit higher up though, just like it's right about to crest that hill. Let's see. Let's remove that shadow there. I love snakes, but my mom despises them so much because of their affiliation with Satan. For real? Oh my god. That's going a bit overboard. Poor snakes, they're great. Oh, like, Satan is cool. I would vibe with an animal that was associated with Satan, even if it was real. What's going on here? It doesn't matter much, it's covered by the snake, so just forget about it. Let's see. Got this image here, and I want to select this here. That was pretty good. So when I do this, apply that, and that's pretty good. Nice. Maybe add some fog. Fog could be cool. Live deliciously. Exactly. So yeah, I keep saying this thing until there's a weird group that creates called like Christian Moms Against Valdevia. And I'll be very proud of myself when that happens. Okay, fog. So I guess for the fog we could just like paint it on, since we're going very lo-fi with this. I mean, we could use fog textures as well. We can just get one from here. That should be quite easy. I think they got some atmosphere ones. That's when you know you've made it big. I wish, right? That'll be fun. It's even more fun because those kinds of groups end up just making more publicity for the thing they're trying to avoid. Because if I see like a group called Christian Moms Against Someone, I'll be like, whoa, okay, I need to check out this someone. What did they do? To piss off Christian moms. So it's great marketing. Fog textures. That's cool, actually. I really like the fog. What do you guys think? Well, we shouldn't have done the whole edge here because it's pretty much invisible, but you know. Oh, and thanks for the saber matter. Algae, always there. Always there to remind me. PSB? How is it that big? I don't believe that. Let's delete a few pictures and hope it saves the PSD. Okay. So we're doing this. Ooh. Oh, there's a transparency. Damn it. Why is there transparency? Okay, I need to remake our background white layer. Okay, there it is. Strange. Anyway. Foghorn noises. Okay, let's try all those smart filters. Ooh, even more old school. Let's actually get into the camera raw filter and try a couple things. So first, I want to give this a touch of pink so it gets that nice little color it had before. I want to reduce contrasts. Haze it up just a touch. Then we add this. Ooh, this is scary when I do overlay. This is like very dark version. Obviously it's not like visible what we're seeing, but I kind of like. Okay, obviously I'm not gonna use this, but I like what this does to the face. Soft light feels like the tamer version of it. But I do want to add a little bit of overlay. Just add some blacks. Maybe I use dark mode on my phone. Yeah, I don't want to go too dark. One of the problems with going with a very dark picture is that, yeah, someone using their phone on dark mode will not be able to see it, right? Because it's maybe hard to notice what's going on. Okay, maybe soft light instead of overlay because it's making a lot of weird colors. Oh, we've turned this silly little snake into an actual scary looking creature, haven't we? That's pretty fun. Like looming over the horizon. And I feel like I don't need to go realistic for this sort of thing, because it's a mythological creature. It's like the you know, the ghost one I did. It doesn't need to be realistic. I'm just trying to represent this concept, right? So I feel like I'm throwing suspension of disbelief out of the window. I don't care if people don't believe it. It's just for fun and to represent a cool mythological thing. So these are fun in their own way, because they allow me to like break out from the, I don't know, always going for realism stuff and just doing things for style way more than I usually permit myself to. Funky little hoop snake. I guess it's also fun because this, like that sort of skull look that we gave in, because the Ouroboros in mythology represents the cycle of life and death. So this could be like a harbinger of death situation, right? Like, how would you ever make a mythological creature look realistic if they've never been seen in reality? Exactly. So that's why I'm like letting go of realism in these kinds of pictures. I'm just trying to do something fun. I know it's not my usual shtick, and that means it probably won't do as well as my usual stuff, but that's fine because I'm just doing it as a daily thing and for fun, so it's not something I care about. And I'm thinking about the signature now. Thought about it before. I feel like the cracks on the wall here are like the perfect canvas for that. So I'll just go here. Let me pick up a few good cracks. This one here is pretty nice. I like trying to combine a few to make just a line, you know? Flip this vertically. We already got a line here, so we can use that. Then we got this line here. Can use on darken maybe? But mainly so I can multiply it a couple times. Hopefully create a thicker line with that. Since the bottommost part is hidden, it looks like something I could actually have been seen in photograph without it affecting the world and with physical evidence. Like a rainbow that appears to reach a point on the ground but never actually does. Sure. And save reminder, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do a copy of that. We're gonna put it on lighten. I feel like this still needs to be thicker. I'm gonna merge everything. I'm gonna darken again. Or even just like put this on darken and flip it around a couple times to get like a different perspective of it. And now, maybe a copy of this one again, but way thinner. Yeah, everyone's so creative. I love it. Oh, fantastic. I mean that. Kind of like, don't like this area here. Great to be surrounded by just a bunch of creative people like that, because it makes you more creative, I'd say. It just like feeds back. It's great. The snake was like, "Oop, you didn't see me here." Just passing by. Haven't seen me. Okay. I think that'll work as a signature. I'm banking on it being kind of blurred and nicely looking once I put all the filters on. I'm betting it will be. See, at the end of the day, it just blurs together. Someone still needs to tape me to a chair and force me to ride the lighthouse incident. Thanks to you guys, I feel like drawing again after a long time. Oh, so glad to hear that. Good snake, good soup. Ooh, teach me a word in Spanish. So, I'll teach you an expression in Spanish that's very related to this snake. There's an expression in Spanish called una pescadilla que se muerde la cola. That is like a little fish that bites its tail. And it refers to, like, you know, it's like an expression you'll say when someone is making a circular argument that just leads nowhere. You'll say it's a fish that bites its own tail. And it's actually, if you go here under the Ouroboros entry, there's actually In Spanish culture, talking about the European hake, which is called pescadilla, it's a specific type of fish, which is often served like this, and that's where the expression came from. La pescadilla que se muerde la cola, the hake that bites its tail. It's a probable expression for circular reasoning and vicious circles. There you go. Also, we got like a lot of lore to pull through for the Ouroboros, so I'm not too worried about like how we're gonna present it, because there's a lot. We got like from ancient Egypt up to the modern day, up to cybernetics apparently, so we'll have a lot of lore to pull through for this. And save reminder, there we go. Also save it as a JPEG since, oh, I need to finish, wait for this to finish. Since I think I'm pretty done with this. Little snake. I mean, there's a weird thing with this snake, like, it's biting its own body, but only on the external hoop, and then it's got like the rest of its body here. But we could potentially make sense of it by saying, so the body continues here, it goes back behind, and then finishes here. So it's technically all the same body, there's just a hidden loop that we don't see. Technically it could work. I do think it's more fun if the snake has several loops like this than like just the one. It's a bit more interesting, like visually. So that's what we're going with. Did I save it as a JPEG? I don't know if I did, so I'll do it again. Oh, I apparently did. See, I'm talking and I have all these things, all these shortcuts memorized, so I didn't even forget, I didn't remember I did it. Developing a headache, getting late, searching, head to bed. Okay, you have a great night. A great night, comma, night. It's a metaphysical snake, it's fine, that is true. It's non-Euclidean. People were not able to see anything, but someone took a picture of the weird trails of dust that were suddenly rising. The picture later revealed the presence of a giant snake. Ooh, I like that. Like a casual thing that people were not able to see and was captured by chance. Yeah, like that. That may be like the lore behind it, to like explain the picture, and but like just a quick explainer of how the picture was taken, and most of our word real estate that we have will be to explain what the Ouroboros means, the cycle of life and death, and all that stuff. So yeah, like a casual picture, and then we explain the reasoning behind it a bit. I like that. Actually, I think that's how I presented the dog one, the Urca one. I believe it was like, yeah, something similar, like a casual picture. I won't fish it out now because it'll take a while, but we got to catch the stream for once. Hell yeah, glad to have you here. And then we got this, which is just a little sketch. Tomorrow we might post this, and yeah, since we got an art piece for tomorrow and we're still like on track, maybe hopefully I have time tomorrow and I can set up a shoot, because I already got the things, everything right behind here, right behind the screen. I got like the tripod and the camera and stuff, so I can set up the shoot tomorrow fairly quickly, I hope, and do the hand coming out of my mouth thing, which would be self-proclaimed portal, which is the one that we should have done today, but that's fine. Since we lost a day and we're kind of like trying to catch up with it, we're kind of jumping through different prompts, and that's fine because we got some extra ones, so we can always skip one if we don't like it. So today was the Ouroboros experiment. Well, it's not really an experiment, but we just took the opportunity to do a cool Ouroboros. Because why not? It's such a cool concept. 3D snake. Yeah, it just needs a pet. Fossmount, thank you for the follow. It'll be interesting to watch tomorrow's stream. Yes, if I do manage to get to do the shoot, it'll be a fun one. And if not, we have localized Mimic Town to do, which is also a fun prompt. So whatever we do, it'll be fun. Let me jump into cam. It's pretty much done. We'll just leave the Ouroboros to edit me now. It's a rock and roll guy. Yeah, this was like kind of improvised because we went against the original direction today, but overall still happy with it. I did need to do more of these folklore, myth themed things. That's always good that we do that. I love folklore. I got so many folklore creatures to do, like in the future, right? It's one of those things where I got a huge list and I want to get to so many of them, or like just creatures from different places, right? Let me show you a few. I just got them here on my phone. If you'll excuse me. Let's see, folklore creatures. So I want to do similar-ish to this. I want to do the Cuélebre, which is a local myth about a winged serpent that usually protects treasure behind a waterfall. It's also related to some other mythical creatures, but I'll probably just do that one on its own. It's very cool. Just a snake with wings. It's not like a dragon per se, just a winged snake. You already did it with the tuna sandwich, fella. True. Then there's another local one called La Huacha, which is kind of a local version of the vampire myth. It's an old lady with one tooth here in the middle of her mouth. And she'll go to usually children, because it's one of those stories you tell to children to make them go to bed. They go to children during the night. They will bite them with the one tooth, and then they will pull out a little reed straw, or like a wooden straw, and through the hole they made with the one tooth, they'll just like slurp up the blood, and slurp up a bunch of blood, and then leave as the kid sleeps. Right there, the kid doesn't notice. So I guess it was used as a way to justify like things like anemia before, you know, there were actual treatments, and it kind of became its own little vampire myth that has very fun characteristics. I don't know, I love La Huacha. Just an old lady with a with a tooth. Then we got La Manona, or El Pesadillo, which is same creature, like variations on the same creature, which is a local folklore explanation for night terrors and sleep paralysis, and the creatures you see in sleep paralysis. So it's usually either represented as a huge hand or a male goat that appears on your bed at night and just steps on you. Like if it is handed in the hand's case, it just presses on you, or in the goat's case, it just presses on you with the hooves, and it just like immobilizes you and doesn't let you sleep well. And it's probably like was used as a reason for many sleep problems, including like sleep paralysis and stuff. So that's El Pesadillo, and I like the hand one, but it's a bit tacky. I would like to do the goat one, like someone sleeping and there's a huge like male goat, black goat, just like sitting like pressing with their hooves on that person and looking at the camera with like bright eyes. Very fun image. I've been visited by the large and stepping goats, yes. Tell that hand motherfucker to leave me alone. Yes, there's so many good folklore creatures in my region. My region is Asturias, which is a small region in the north of Spain. And it's got Celtic origins in a lot of its culture. Obviously, like they've been passed through Christianity in many years, but you can still see the Celtic origins. And we actually have a lot of creatures, of our own versions of creatures that made it to America through Ireland. So a lot of like modern American like classic creatures like werewolves and witches, they come from Celtic folklore in many cases because of the Irish influence. And since we have that same roots, we have our own versions that feel kind of different, but are still the same creatures. So we have a lot of werewolves, a lot of witches, that kind of stuff. But yeah, those are a bit like overdone. So I want to do like the fun ones that nobody knows about, like La Huasha, the vampire that bites you with her one tooth. And then there's cool stuff from other places, like I forget the name because I don't know where I had it. Okay, there's a creature called the Loup Carcole from France, which is a giant snail dragon. It's just a huge snail that eats people. It's fantastic. I would love to do that. For some reason that wasn't in a different folder in my notes, but yes, glad you recognize it. It's so good, isn't it? So yeah, the the snail is such a fun one. I should do it sometime. I'm trying to keep it to a lot of local folklore, because there's always like a weird thing with representing other people's folklore and trying to be respectful about it. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it mostly the local one now. French folklore I don't mind as much because I'm French as well, so I have the credentials to do it. There's some cool folklore things that I would like to do from other countries that still haven't got around to, because I need to find like a good angle for it. My snail loving heart just came alive. There's much more to Tulu than that. It hid beneath the town and its tentacles snaked through all the caves. Ooh, interesting. Didn't know about that. Wolver. What's the Wolver? I feel like I've heard about that one. But yeah, there's such a bunch of great creatures in my local myth, like bestiary, I guess. There's also El Nueru, which is probably an adaptation of an old Celtic god that got just downgraded into just a creature. It's basically like a bargain bin version of Thor. It's an old man that travels around on a cloud and creates storms and travels with the winds and stuff, and it's pretty much like a Thor / Odin like. It's very fun. The Friendly Werewolf, that's from Scotland, I want to say, maybe Ireland. I remember that one. It's one of El Pombero or Pomberito. I haven't heard of that. Let me note that down. El Pombero. In Paraguay. Interesting. And the lobizón. We actually have like the local version of the werewolf. It's called lobizón, like it's very similar to lobizome. I don't know exactly how it's written, but it's very similar to the lobizón in Central America. It's just like the name, at least, and the fact that it's a werewolf-like, so it might have had some mutual inspiration, which is fun. Scotland. I got it right. Nice. Yes, I'd like to. So I'd like to do folklore creatures from other places, but consulting with those people from those places beforehand, mostly, because that way I have an excuse to say like, hey, I consulted with someone from there. I guess the Ouroboros I'm pretty safe doing, because it's not really like a folklore creature that people nowadays would believe in. It's more of a general mythological thing, more than a literal creature. Though there might be some versions that are more literal than others. I need to read about it a little bit. So I feel more comfortable doing it, and it's also like so widespread throughout all of Western culture that. I think some of the oldest werewolf stories are from ancient Greece. Ooh, that is Lycaon. Lycan? I don't know. Yes, that is the lore behind the Lycanthrope series that I did with David Romero. Is actually they all stem, or at least that's what they believe. Probably not true, but they all think they come from this old Greek myth of Lycaon. So there's actually a few mentions of it throughout the series. So I'll just send a link through to the whole Lycanthrope series, because a lot of good stuff there by a bunch of different artists. You can see it all here. A very sort of leprechaun, humanoid creature that's short, and its main role is to protect wild animals in the woods. So yeah, I kind of like Duende. We have the Trasgo here, which is similar. It's like a little house elf that causes mischief. And the funny thing about the Trasgo is that it's like this sort of like little elf thingy that has holes in their palms. So they'll go around stealing your stuff, but then it'll fall down through the holes in their palms and it'll just scatter through the ground, and it's the explanation of why you lose stuff and it ends up in unexpected places. You say, oh, lo cogió el Trasgo. So the Trasgo took it. Llorona is great as well, yeah. I like that one as well a lot. We also have, we have Las Llanas. Las Llanas are very interesting. A Llana is a sort of nymph, like a wood nymph, usually presented as a very, very beautiful young woman that usually lives behind a waterfall. But it is a trickster character. It'll trick people to either kill them, or more usually, it'll have children with humans and will then go out to the village, and when the children are outside on their own playing, it'll exchange their own kid, which is a shapeshifter called El Shanino. They will exchange their own kid with the human kid, and they'll just take the human kid. I don't know if they eat it or just like keep it for themselves, and let the village people like raise their kids. And it's such a good story template, right? A mother who suddenly realizes her kid is not her own kid. It's like such a good template that has made a lot of horror stories, of course, over the years. But I'd love to do one specifically with the Shana and the Shaninos. Changeling stuff, exactly. Yeah, I'll write down Shana with an X, and Shaninos would be their offspring, little changeling kids. There's different versions of it. God, there's so many cool myths. There's las llavanderas, or las lavanderas, are a group of old women who clean their clothes in the river, like people used to do, right? They went to the river with some plates and just cleaned their clothes on the running water, and they sing as they do it. And if you're in the middle of the woods and suddenly you hear singing and voices coming from the river, you shouldn't get close to it because that's las llavanderas and they're very dangerous. What else? What else? Cool creatures. Oh, then there's one very classic one called El Ñaño Burlón, like the trickster devil, could be translated as. And there's several versions of it, but my favorite one is called El Ñaño Saltón, like the jumping devil. And it appears as a horse. It looks like a normal horse. It'll just walk through the woods, and when a human crosses their path, the story is like usually like a pretty young woman, but like, you know, when a human crosses their path, the horse will speak and will say, do you want to get on my back? I will take you to a fantastic place. And people will be enchanted by this talking horse and be like, sure. So the horse, when the human gets on their back, will start just running at full speed so that the human can't jump. It'll run at full speed to the highest place it can find, and then it will jump down, killing both itself and the human in the process. So it'll just jump through a cliff. It's such a strange creature. It'll just trick you into jumping on its back and then just kill both of you. It's great. Ñaño Saltón. It's a very local thing from a village in Asturias. It's the best prank. Everyone dies. All horses are evil. Oh god. Oh, there's a lot of good ones. I had a few ones like if you know Bad Dog from chat who did the tooth emotes. Little sad tooth. Was on from Hannah, aka Bad Dog, and she loves mythological creatures. So I actually wrote down a bunch of little myths for her, and there was one that I want to tell you. So let me find it for you guys real quick. It's like, well, go scroll down. Okay, so. El Gallo de la Muerte, or literally the Rooster of Death, is a black rooster with a white comb, whatever you call that, with sometimes blue legs. If you hear its cry, you'll die the next day at sundown, unless you brew a tea with the plants growing next to an apple tree with blue leaves and black roots, which does not exist IRL. It is said that every century, a hen will lay a red egg. From it, a very large chicken that's half black, half white will be born and live 50 years exactly. When it dies, a green worm will appear on its corpse, and from that worm will grow El Gallo de la Muerte, the Rooster of Death. It's so strange, like it's a story with colors all over. And it's such a cool imagery to it. I don't know. Rooster of Death. If you hear its cry, you'll die next day. La Chanza con cadenas. A demonic pig that runs at night dragging chains screeching at you. I love that. The robber horse, it appears during nap time to entice children who leave their houses to play. The kids will get on the horse, and if they don't notice that more than 2 or 3 kids should be able to mount, the horse will drag them to hell if they realize they can run back home. That's great. I love that. I love folklore, and you know what I love? Is folklore logic. It's stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense most of the time, and it makes like internal sense within the story, but it doesn't make like real world sense. And for some reason that's so fascinating to me, like the folklore, the myth logic, you know. It's so cool. The devil disguises the rubber horse to punish the disobedient children. I love it. Because there's always like some sort of moral behind it. The logic used to explain the moral is like often convoluted as hell. I love it. I know I should pull out and translate some old myths from my region, and someday like make a little like read through a few of them on stream, because there's such a bunch of good stories. And this image I'm seeing right here in front of my face, it's making me want to do the Ouroboros so much. Let me show you the Ouroboros because it is prime creature design. Oh. The Ouroboros, look at this image. Oh, I love it. With some like Celtic patterns here, like a Celtic door, or is that a tombstone? I'm not sure. It's just a cool winged serpent. Oh, look at this one. Let me open it. So, there we go. Look at this. I want to make this. Ouroboros. So fantastic. Right, Felix? It's so good. Prime creature design, just a big ass snake with wings. You know, Ouroboros are great. It's always, and that's the thing. I look up creatures from my region, and you'll see some fantastic art of them in the cases, and like the Ouroboros is like one of the best, like the most well-known things in my local myth. But then you'll see like just it's mostly just mediocre art, you know? Got some good stuff. Got some like pins. I don't know. I want to see cool art of it when I open it up. For some reason, it's always so terrible. And that's why I took it upon myself to say, like, if nobody else is gonna do it, I'm gonna represent my local folklore. I will be the one to do it. But yeah, I love it, Ouroboros. I wish there was more art of it. So yeah, local folklore is great. What a segue. What a distraction. You know, you guys know I love to get distracted and just talk about whatever topic, rant about it for 20 minutes. Snakes and bats to do, or possibly like those winged reptiles that have like scaled wings. I don't know, not wings, like those kind of whatever. We'll get to it when we get to it, so don't worry about looking for pictures right now. We might get to it in 2 months, so who knows. Need to get on call someday. I should get some. What I should do is whenever I start my podcast, which is very soon, because I already got Mello already sent me a fantastic. I'm not going to show it yet because spoilers, but sent me a fantastic version, like early version of the theme song, which is so good. I'll do like a little animated thing to it, and to do an intro and kind of a presentation to present it to the world. And then sometime in December, once I start getting actual guests in, I will start the podcasting. And all that to say that I'd love to do not only like episodes to bring in, this big artist that everyone knows and I want to talk about their art, but I like to bring people from different cultures and that know about folklore. So I'd like to bring Theo, because Theo knows a lot about folklore and Polish stuff. And like people like that, and just have a little call with them and talk about cool folklore stories, because that's just fun. We should all become our local cryptids, that's true. We're in a conservative area, so basically yes, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I saw Mello's music today. I was so excited. It's just a little stinger, right, for the beginning, but it suddenly makes it like a real thing, you know, to have someone else's work on it. Why are we all gay horror children? There's an association. I don't know why. LGBT plus horror is such a huge, like, the circles, the, how do you call that? The Venn diagram is pretty much a circle. Villains are queer coded. Exactly. Do you have any favorite Nordic folklore? There's a lot of great stuff in Nordic folklore. Love frost giants are great. Trolls are fantastic. Like dwarves, but not in the Tolkien sense, which was mostly inspired by Nordic folklore, but in the more like folkloric sense of the word. Like just little guys that live in mountains. I don't know, there's a lot of good stuff about Nordic mythology. Fenrir is a very cool image, that huge dog that's chained up until the end of the world. I don't know, from the stuff I can remember, those are my favorites. Off the top of my head. Although there are probably some good ones I'm forgetting. Feel alienated and find comfort in those who are alienated themselves. I guess that's true. I guess I come from horror from a different place. Because the only queerness that I have is very recent in my it's something that's just come through recent years. So I still was a horror obsessed kid though. The unknown, because a group of people decided to constantly plug their ears and yell la 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 instead of learning new information. Oh, I mean, well, queerness, I mean, in the more general term sense, because I'm bi. Surprise if you didn't know. But yeah, it's more of a recent thing for me. But true, at the end of the day, it ends up happening, right? It's such a strong association for some reason. It's cool. Rainbow Gang, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Seti. Very similar to you. Yeah, it's like, if you just take the Discord server and the people who regularly chat on there, it's like the percentage of LGBT people there is, I think it might be like majority, which if you compare it to the percentages in the population, does not match at all. Like it's such an incredible amount. It's great. I love it. Makes the server such a good place, and the stream and everything. Like there's a greater force at play here. And yeah, of course, sorry. That's true. We're all just goblins in one way or another. Goblins are a cool horror concept that is not usually explored as horror, because it's usually used as like, oh, this like basic fantasy creature, like, oh, just goblins, right? Let's just do like your typical fantasy creatures. So they're not usually explored in a horror way, but I would love to just do a scary little goblin someday. Like just a goblin, right? Not try to do the typical goblin, try to give it a twist, so it's not the same old boring thing. but I was open about my queerness, and that got me in the middle of a group of people saying I was possessed once. Oh my god, then. What the hell? I'm possessed with the power of gay. I figure I was non-binary playing a hobgoblin in D&D that used they them pronouns. I love that. That's actually great. Let me do it. Let me put goblins in folklore creature in my little ideas folder. More to learn. Yeah, it's a process. It's a process. But it's great. It's great to see that how this community is and how open it is in that sense. It's great. It's actually a 2020 film about a goblin that was so hilariously bad. What's its name? I would love to know. I actually thought they were making a scary movie. Oh no. Was it earnest or were they just messing around? Because I love a good bad movie that is earnest, you know? That was not just done for the meme. It's not like Sharknado. I think it's just called Goblin. So Goblin 2020. Yes, Goblin 2020. A young woman finds to protect her son from her abusive new husband. Gosh. And a ferocious creature lurking in the shadows. A young woman finds to protect... Oh, that's the same thing. Oh my god. That looks... Just seeing the poster looks terrible. I was always into mythology as a kid, but I only recently gotten into horror. There's overlap. Like, look at what you did today. Mythology plus horror. But I think there's a nice little overlap between the two. I can see how you can go from one to the other. I heard an actress from it say they were taking it so completely seriously, but it's so campy. Sometimes it's hard to know how earnest a film was. Has anyone else related super hard to mythological creature rather than one of the human deities? I don't know if related. Oh my god, look what happened. Let's see. Oh yes, that's a great one. I saw it the other day on Instagram, I think. Little guy living in your house. Just a goblin, just a little guy. I like it. I love it. I wish I could just be a little guy living in a house. Not paying rent, just living in the corners. Be a little guy. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now because it's getting quite late. So if you missed it before, with this Ouroboros type creature, I'll have to find some lore for it, but it's mostly just going to be explaining the mythology and the story behind the Ouroboros myth. So we got more or less figured out. It's pretty much there. And tomorrow, if everything goes well, I will try and take pictures of myself and edit a self-portrait, which could be fun. And if I don't have time for that, we'll just move over to the next prompt, so it's fine. So yeah, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you for the stream, and the conversation right now was amazing. You guys are all great. Sorry if I missed any messages because they went a bit fast. But and thanks for all the raids. Gosh, there were so many raids. If there's someone still left over from those raids, thank you for coming over. And yes, that'll be all though. Thank you guys, and see you tomorrow. Take care.